Call to order. Pledge of allegiance. Mr. Brennan.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hey, take a moment just to remember those who served on Veterans Day. Anybody see the Channel 4 story this morning on the guy with his service dog? It was he was interviewed. He was in Vietnam for 2 terms. He had a service dog. His name was William Jeffco. He's a Munhall guy from 12th Avenue. He was over there for 2 terms, had a service dog, and he asked the military if he could buy the dog for $5,000 and bring it home. And they wouldn't let him bring it home, and he had to hold the dog while they put him down. It's a touching story. But if you see it, it was on Channel 4 about 3 or 4 times. It's Bill Jeffco. He's from 12th Avenue between Andrew and Martha Street. So it's a story about a Munhall guy all the time. Roll call.
Mr. Shields.
Here.
Mr. Eads.
President.
Mr. Youngkins.
Here.
Mr. Firestone. Here. Mr. Brennan.
Here.
Mayor False.
Here.
Chief Coles.
Here.
Mr. Elias.
Here.
Mr. Bicey.
Here.
Safe quorum.
Also, Mr. Bodadian is in the hospital, going to go to rehab. I'm not sure what's going on with him, but he's had a rough few months. I talked to Karen about an hour or so ago, and he's going to go to Mercy Rehab. He had fallen on Sunday, and he was taken to Presby?
Right.
Yeah, so he's going to Mercy Rehab. Just keep him in your thoughts. He's had a rough year this time. Ms. Waller, you have the floor.
Thank you. Hi there, good evening. I'm Diane Walter. I'm from Field Valley Accelerator. I came here in August and presented a preliminary map for a proposed bike trail that would be a spur coming off of the Gap Trail that runs from the waterfront, going down to 8th Avenue and terminating around Nancy B's Bakery. And at the request of council, I provided some additional conceptual drawings of the proposed route that are in your packets. Again, everything there is conceptual. What my ask is tonight is to get a letter of support so that we can get grant funding to go ahead and do a feasibility study to see what's possible and get all the information that comes out of that study.
We have a lot of questions on that. Mr. Firestone and I are talking about where is it going to come out at the Amity Street end. We have, what page should we look at?
The overview page has the full route,
What number?
the top page.
Oh, top page, okay.
Yeah, has the entire route, so. Are they color black and white, so I know how to, I've got this.
I got you.
Okay.
I'm not there yet.
Does everybody have that?
No.
It's here.
Right there.
There we go.
You got it?
What page is it on?
Full ride
It's
overview.
the first map.
Okay, first map you see.
Yeah. So the existing trail is the one that goes down along the water, but you see that once you pass the blue buildings, kind of V's off. And the Amity Street crossing is there on that map, kind of to the
Okay.
right of number 8.
I see it.
It comes through, there's a crosswalk that people can connect to, and then from there, that's what's going to take you up. Again, we work with somebody to get more of the route kind of figured out, but none of it is, until we do a feasibility study, we don't have anything. We need engineering, we need to know about property, we need to know about what the railroad wants us to do. So it's literally just getting permission to get a feasibility study to answer any of these questions.
So you want us to give you the okay to do a feasibility study?
That's all I need.
Okay,
Yeah, we'll
It's
go
a
out
study.
grant funding. It's just a study,
It's a
it's
study.
not gonna,
gotcha. Okay, any other questions from you? Rick, I know you had a bunch.
Well,
I had a bunch too.
I'm honestly looking at the map, and this is the first I've seen it, so I haven't had much time to take a look at it, but I don't see how that bringing all the bike traffic to Amity Street right there is safer. I mean, the presumption was that it's gonna be a safer bike route, but honestly, I don't see how you can bring that bike traffic into that intersection there and say it's safer.
We're working with Bike Pittsburgh, the Gap Conservancy, and some other trails, like Connellsville have done similar trails. They put up some barriers and things so that when there is a traffic crossing and that's the only way out, you can make it so that there's safe passage for the bikers. So that's the concept that we're going with, but again, it would come out of feasibility.
My big question is the railroad, what do they think about it?
We haven't approached them because they won't talk to us until we do a feasibility study.
Gotcha.
Well,
Yeah, so that's-
the railroad's part of it as well. I mean, the
Right.
Yes.
railroad, you have the railroad right there, you have
No,
the
it's-
car traffic right there.
Like the
You
entire,
have pedestrian traffic right there.
Yes.
That is the most congested point in the waterfront, and Mr. Fallon was saying, this is done for safety, but that is bringing all that traffic, bike traffic, into the most congested area in the waterfront.
and there are already people on bikes who are coming down there on their own and just kind of making it work, and you see them down.
But they're not on the bike path.
Oh, they come from the other trail.
They're coming from the waterfront, they're making their way through. So we're trying to make a protected passageway so that when people are gonna do it anyway, there's a safe way for them to get there.
Right,
Okay.
well, that's why it's a study.
And that's why it's a study.
That's why it's a study.
So it can go in, and you won't see me
It
for
can go
months while we look for funding,
Right,
and then we do the study,
Right.
and then I'll either come back and say, yeah, well, we're just gonna do it, or I'll answer every question you have. But right now, we just need approval to do a study.
we got you.
Have you spoke to anybody about putting it behind the blue buildings like you were gonna do before?
Behind the blue building?
Yeah, along the river, behind there. That would be the safest way to do
Well,
it.
that, when it first came up, it was Marcia Galia, I was here back
Yeah, I
then.
don't know who.
Marcia Galia refused to let them come behind the blue buildings.
Yes, and somebody else is about to buy the blue building,
Right.
so like, better to,
Right, and that would still empty you back out behind the hotels, where if you've been down there, it's so congested walking behind the hotels. If I'm on my bike, I don't go behind the hotels. There's dog walkers,
yeah.
it's narrow, there's, people walking. It's not a great place to ride a bike back there. Hasn't been for a couple of years. It was the first 10 years it was open, not late.
I agree, I like a lot.
So that's why they end up on the road.
Yes, so we just want to make a better situation for
Right.
those people who are going to come out anyway.
Real
Well-
bikers are using the road now.
So already Homestead and West Homestead have given you a letter of
Indeed.
support. So I don't personally, I mean, council can discuss it further, but there's no reason to.
We'll put it on the agenda for next week?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Okay. Public comments. Any public comments? Anything?
I have a
Come to the
kind of
podium.
question. I have a question I'd like to also
Your name?
submit
You
something.
give me your name. I know that we all know you, but it's,
Don,
One of the question I'd like to ask is,
Don.
is,
your name, tell me.
oh,
For the
Don
record.
Lester. Yeah.
Okay, Don Lesser.
The question I have is the light on 22nd. Being that it's being paved, is they addressing the sensor at that point?
Should I reach out?
yeah, well, we're basically,
We talked about this last night. Go ahead.
basically we're waiting, I reached out to all traffic systems and I haven't gotten a response back yet. But I said, since they're not grading, but they're milling the street now, it's easy to access it.
Right.
And I asked them to come out and I'm still waiting for an answer. So basically I have until Friday to get something done, so I'm on top of it. I'll follow up much more tomorrow. I've already tried reaching out, tried calling, and nothing yet, but I'm on.
I appreciate your looking into it.
Because we gotta address it, this is the easiest time to do it, but,
Obviously, time is the essence before they pave it.
yeah, basically,
Once they pave it, it's over again.
yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
Mr. Eads brought it up last night, we had a budget meeting, and we started working on it this morning.
I appreciate that,
Okay.
thanks for the answer. The other thing too is I'd like to ask for the consideration of Act 172. It's been passed by the U.S. State, or the Pennsylvania State, if you want to pass that around. And what that is that's a tax, and as everybody knows, like the fire service, it's getting harder and harder to get recruitment and retention. And with the state approval on that, that would be property tax and or your wage tax. So you can give the individuals, an option, because not all volunteer firemen are homeowners. So, this is something we're gonna have to look at, and I don't think Munhall can afford for a paid company. And it's sooner or later it might get that way. Just for consideration, I'd like to see if we can bring that up as
Sure.
as a vote.
Chief, you aware of this whole thing?
Yeah, for the most part, I have to still follow up with it.
Okay,
I appreciate the time, thank you.
thanks, Tom.
I have a couple questions.
Absolutely.
So, who is paying for 22nd Avenue and all that paving there, up into West Street?
County.
County.
So the county's taking responsibility for that road?
Well,
It is there.
that is the road.
I thought we gave that road away.
Matter of fact, they paved it here about 10, 12 years ago, they paved that whole thing. It's kind of amazing that they paved it already. Yeah,
Well, that's great.
yeah.
And then, Old Briley Lane, there's been a lot of action, a couple residents have called me about that. Who's doing that?
We did it.
We are doing that?
We put
Bob?
some milling in down and
He just milled it. Looks pretty good. You drive on it? I drove on it.
I have not driven on it
Take
yet.
a ride on it, looks good.
That's awesome. I'm
it's
glad
a
to
fix
hear
for
that.
now, and then we'll talk with West Mifflin about.
One of the residents said that we covered over the area drain there though.
I don't know.
Bob, did we do that? We didn't?
There's no drain there, there's a,
Fuck.
manhole there.
There was a drain down the very bottom, I
That
believe.
didn't go anywhere,
So it doesn't matter.
it didn't go anywhere.
That's the drain that Mickey put in years ago that
It
didn't
goes
work.
nowhere.
Okay.
That's the drain to go nowhere.
I'm just asking
Right, it
because
done.
residents are asking, calling me and asking me. I said, well, I'll find out.
Yeah, they did. It looks pretty good though. It's very,
Great,
looks pretty good.
thank you.
Finance.
All right. We had a finance meeting and a budget meeting yesterday. Finance, we are once again doing very well for the year because we didn't spend some money we initially budgeted for. We have about, I transferred $1 million from the Pliget into our general fund last week, which should get us through the end of the year in terms of our bills. And that still leaves about 1.25 million in Pliget, which will cover us through the first part of the year until we start collecting taxes again. So we're good on that regard. We don't have to get a TAN, we don't have to even take any further money out of Pliget, other than the money we put in there already this year. So our reserves are still in good shape.
Good.
And then we'll talk about the budget when we get to that line item.
Public Works.
Well, we talked about Briley Lane, the half of the roof at number 5 has been finished. An insurance job from the storm.
Okay.
How long did it take them to do it?
What's that?
How many days did it take them to do it? When did it finish?
He finished last week.
What day do you know?
I'm not sure. Maybe
Um,
Thursday.
David, I meant to bring this up to you, but I think in the contract it's supposed to have ice and water shield and it didn't.
Oh. Okay,
All it
though.
was down there was paper.
Oh, no one uses paper anymore.
It's not paper, it's synthetic paper.
Okay.
But at the bottom there where the gutter is, it's supposed to have
At
ice
least,
and water
at least
shield.
3 foot up.
It comes out
Well,
all 3
Bob
foot
can
up.
look into that.
Yeah, okay, into that. Good. Anything else, Public Works? Oh, the leaves. The leaves are out in abundance.
Yeah, we'll be out this week.
They're out this week
Yeah.
because, you know, this year on our calendar, come next year on our calendar, we'll have to put it on there. Drop dead date, where you can't put leaves out anymore. Figure it out,
Yeah.
because,
Well, as long as there's not snow on the ground, we can pick them up.
we can never tell when it's gonna snow.
That's the
And once they get them out there, and it snows real bad, they get smashed down, and so we'll just, you guys figure out a drop dead date next year, when, November 1st, whatever, no more leaves on the streets.
Yep.
Well, they're still on the trees right now.
Yeah, they're coming down, that's the problem, they're still coming down.
Yeah. We
It's like a
can't keep
no-win
up with it.
situation.
I mean, I don't know if you know for sure, but I think we could probably go till at least,
You go to at least Christmas.
I would hope, or, if the weather's good, yeah, Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving maybe.
Thanksgiving would be probably a target date,
Let's say,
yeah.
November 30th, December 1st or something.
Then you have the guys plowing and picking up leaves at the same time. It's kinda-
Yeah.
yeah. The Park and Recreation, Irene is not here. Blighted properties. Anything on blighted properties, Mr. Young?
No, everything's slow right now until all that stuff kicks in.
Right.
I mean, they're talking about it with the investors. There's people coming here, but it's not a quick process.
Oh, no, this is gonna take, it's gonna take
Definitely because
years.
it's going into winter.
It's gonna take years.
All right, we're voting on the LERTA next week, so.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta get all them programs into place,
Right.
and that'll help.
We did have one house burned down that was on the,
Two houses.
it was a big, duplex. One on Harrison Street. That's
225?
25, 26.
25.
There's actually two houses,
Yeah, we already had it tore down and taken away, correct?
Yeah, we're just gonna be filling the hole in probably this week. That's the last step.
Boomer, you have anything?
No.
No? All right, solar project.
Yeah, so we've had the presentation from a couple months ago from PA Solar Center, which they presented an idea of a consortium to basically join with this consortium of several municipalities for, to put solar at the waterfront drive property. Timing is of the essence for that one now. The problem is it seems all rushed, in my opinion, and I'm not sure if we can really get it all lined up and get the council fully behind it before they need an answer from us, which before the end of the year, really. So I don't know if people have questions. The other option is to do it on our own, not paying for ourselves, but basically going out and trying to find a company that will build it for us, maintain it, and then give us some benefit. So the council didn't really made much of a direction one way or the other, so is there any input from council at this point?
Any input from council?
I still think it's a good idea. It's gonna save us a lot of money on our electric bills.
I'm kind of leery of it myself.
I'm a little leery of it.
Yeah, I'm very leery of it. Make that kind of a commitment. I just wish I knew a bit more about it. I don't.
As long as we don't own it, like that last company was here, they said we could do it without owning it.
And my thing is that our biggest expense is the streetlights, and it's not included. If that was included, it changes everything.
Yeah,
Just our buildings and
our buildings basically,
field,
in the field.
and field, yeah.
Field, anything that's got a,
Yeah, the buildings in the
Meter.
field.
Meter,
So,
anything.
Like
meter.
a little less than half of our electricity.
All the buildings we have in the field. Yeah.
and that's a pretty big savings too.
We have the ability to break that down per, every fire hall, the field, the borough buildings. That would be, something.
I can give you a rough number of how much
Right.
we could get for next
Right.
week, yeah. Let me get a number, a specific number for how much we think we can save.
Seems like it would be pretty tough as far as the return on the initial expense of such a project.
Can you remind us what the initial amount was to get into that? Was it like?
Well, for the borough, it wouldn't cost us anything
Right.
unless we want to do it ourselves, and I don't think that's the reason. I'll get some more details for next week, we can discuss it further. I'll pull both of the presentations together and prepare for everybody to discuss further. And I'll give you a specific number that, what the solar center said, there's a specific number they said that we would be able to actually recuperate.
Any other questions on the project? Okay, the agreement with Devereaux TCV.
Yep. So, solicitor and Bernie and I went to talk with Devereaux, Turtle Creek Valley last week. And, where is it? There's an agreement in here. There we go. Oh, that's finished. Gotta be it. That's annoying. Well, that's very frustrating. You guys have a copy of it? Because I thought I put a copy of it. I'm not seeing a copy.
Let me see what we have here. Anyway, we discussed the,
It's basically this, to finish out the agreement.
I have the cost study on the engineering.
No, not the cost of the engineering, but the actual agreements. We haven't gotten the final version yet. But basically, to summarize, once we get that, we'll have it for next week. To summarize, we basically are finished everything between the Turtle Creek Valley Hospital and ourselves for the original control of this building, including the pavement and lower parking lot. The last piece that we're gonna discuss further really is the upper parking lot, what we can do about that. But basically, it's a final agreement saying everything has been satisfied, is basically what it is, and I'll have it for next week. The solicitor is signed off on it 100%.
We did talk about Public Works you know, you're aware of this, Bob, we're gonna maintain that lot for them down there? And the steps.
Yeah.
I mean, I
In terms of the ice.
and they were kinda shocked that we never maintained those steps before. They thought, so, that's something we'll have to, you know, look at. There's something, we talked about paving up here.
Paving up here, the drawback is, and Tim brought this up yesterday at the budget meeting, if we do a proper paving of the entire lot, we're gonna have to go through Homestead. And they're gonna want us to redo the catch basin and the storm network, basically.
Right.
Which is probably a lot more expensive than just a simple paving job.
Which is the reason they did not put their lot in Homestead to begin with.
Exactly. So I think I'll talk with Matt about, and Bob about some sort of just a top coat ceiling, just to make it look nice and more durable, but not actually milling it up.
Clean it up,
Yeah,
yeah.
just to get ideas, so we don't have to go down that rabbit hole of fixing the stormwater system.
Years ago, they had a product called slurry seal, do you remember that? They still have that?
Yes.
Yeah. Would that work up there?
Depends on how bad it is, I guess.
Yeah, if it's bad, it's not gonna work.
Yeah, you can't do that, yeah.
No, we're gonna do it next year, so we
Yeah.
get a chance. Give us-
So is that like an ordinance then, that if you repave a lot, you have to fix the catch basins?
Yes, that's what they want down there in the town was, with the upper lot there. They want all the stormwater management. I just had somebody call me yesterday about putting the parking lot in, and I broke the money for Lewiston.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
So that's agreement. The budget. We got the updated budget after talking last week. It's in front of you. Well, the council has a comparison budget. The public budget's over there for review. I don't know if you have specific questions. I mean, I've given you several iterations of it, but this is the latest version. The most notable changes, give a highlight of it in terms of expenditures. We are gonna look at our fee schedules and kind of update those before next December's council meeting, and update all of our fees across the board. And then that should hopefully give us a little bit more revenue in terms of that. The other thing of note is I put in the budget 2 personnel. One is a mechanic in public works. Second is a receptionist, that we can start doing more actual receptionists, and Taylor can do more billing and other things to support me.
Okay.
So those are in the budget in the current form. We've also increased the amount for paving to $500,000. And in the process, we removed the Creek Street repair, and we'll focus entirely on getting funding from the state for that.
Before the meeting, I talked to Mr. Firestone, we kind of admitted the contribution to the cemetery. We have time, we still have time to sneak that in there somehow.
I can put that in there, yeah, that's right, let me make a note of that.
Yes.
Because I basically, there was a little bit left over, and I put
Right.
that into
You want to do that?
contingency, so what
Yes.
would council like to put in the cemetery?
I was thinking 10,000. Rusty?
That would be a big help. I mean, that would cover our insurances for.
Right, that's a big deal.
Okay.
All right.
I'll put that in the update.
Me and him spoke about it too, I told
No
him, yeah.
problem.
What was the total you wanna give him?
10,000. That'll pay for their,
That'll pay our insurances.
pay all their insurances and everything.
Or what happens if there's any emergencies? Is there any way we can give him a little more?
Let's start with 10,
All
huh?
right, let's look at it. I tried, man.
Yeah, I know. Well, we can, hey,
Put it this way, if that place fails, the
I
borough is
understand.
gonna take over that
I
cemetery.
understand.
We wanna get behind them and make them not fail.
Well, you know, my question is this. Years ago, it was illegal for us to do this. We weren't allowed to give any money to the cemetery. Now I'm told we can, so I don't know. You know, what do you want to give them?
15 at least.
Well,
I like that 1.2 in reserve.
This way they have a little extra in their kitty, that's all I'm saying. The stuff comes up.
Remember, the budget's is a guide.
Right.
And money can still be moved around
Yes.
if we're under budget somewhere else.
All right,
right, we can move and give them more later. Yeah, we want to.
that's fine.
All right.
So I'm asking council to now, you have a pretty, aside from the 10,000 for cemetery, it's a pretty much, I'd say it's a pretty good budget. I want council to dig into it,
Okay,
and next workshop, give me, well, for the next couple of weeks, I'd like to give me all your feedback. And so we have a finalized budget for voting in December.
So we have to finalize the budget, but it can be reopened January 1st no matter what. So,
So what do you have in the budget for the maps?
Maps is 70? Let me see, where is that? That would be under,
Still 70,
Yeah.
still on page 8, top of the page.
oh yeah, the maps are 70,000.
And we have not paid our,
We paid 35,000 and then we'll do the other 35,000 in the next few weeks.
okay, so we'll pay before the year's up.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'll ask them to send me a letter requesting just so I follow the documentation, but yeah.
Okay?
we'll reappoint Tony DiMartino next week to the Sanitary Authority.
Yep. It's the only request for appointment for the sewer authority.
Do you want to explain the MOU for Mike Belisca?
Yes, I can. All right, so
Finally,
we're gonna put this thing finally to rest.
that's the room ready.
So let's back up here. All right. The idea behind Act 49 is to allow officers to buy back part-time police time as well as military time from earlier in their careers to get a full pension. Mike was short by about 16 months. So he bought back, well, he was short 15 months and 2 weeks roughly. So he bought back 15 months, assuming that if you get 1 month, 1 week in, 1 day in, you have the full month covered. Acrisure pushed back and said, no, that's not quite enough. So basically, Mike is short by a month, roughly, to get the full 25-year retirement. And the way the calculations for retirement are done, you round down to the nearest year. So basically, instead of 24 years, 11 months of retirement, he's getting 24 years of retirement because it rounded down to 24 years. So he is asking to basically buy back an additional month, which he has plenty of, which he pays.
He paid for it.
Entirely, he will pay for once the council approves it. And then that gives him the full retirement, so it doesn't cost the borough anything. The borough only needs to approve the memorandum of understanding with the police union to say this is okay.
Any questions on
Any
that?
questions about that?
Are we voting on this tonight?
Tomorrow. Oh, actually, yes, we are gonna do a poll vote on this tonight, and then we'll do a ratification tomorrow, because I need to get it in before the 15th.
Ratification next week.
Next week, yeah. Basically, before the 15th of the month is the cutoff date to get the pension put in at PNC, so he can get paid on December 1st for his
Well,
first pension.
if it's at no cost to the borough, then we could vote on it right now.
Yeah, I basically,
We don't need to have a ratification.
well, yeah, but Greg sent me an email saying, why don't you just vote on it now and then
Ratify
ratify it next.
Okay.
We'll do it twice.
Yeah.
All right.
So any questions about the MOU at all? Once again, no cost to the borough. It's about $1,053, I think, that Mike's gonna pay.
Are we gonna vote on that
I'll
now?
take a motion.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Brennan, second by Mr. Youngers. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
No.
Passes.
Now that we've done that,
Yes.
how did we get to that point where they didn't know where to go?
Well, Mike presumed through his Acrisure person that was, and Acrisure just took it over from Moffett. And it was a mixture between the two, and he came up a month short.
Yeah, well, so Sue Trout was our main contact
Right.
at Mackinac, and then Acrisure, but now she left Acrisure, now the city manager in Latrobe. So the new guy basically took over 2 months ago and is trying to get caught up on everything. It was just oversights between the miscommunication and the way the union document reads, 1 day equals 1 month. But it doesn't work for
them.
for Acrisure,
Right.
that way.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay? Or false?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
What I'm asking for is a special account to be opened, with the borough for this 125th anniversary. As you see right now, I've had some tickets out, we've been passing out, we're trying to sell some tickets to fundraise for the 125th anniversary, so we can put on a good show when we're not, not dipping into the borough. So I'm gonna try and not to dip in the borough at all. We have letters out to US Steel, we have letters out to other businesses, hopefully some donations start coming in. And we'll need an account opened up to help out with this.
So what do we have to do?
Because we can't have,
Next-
we can't have it in a person.
Next week, the council needs to vote to open up an account and vote to assign signers.
Okay,
I mean, I'll be a signer, I mean, it has to be a council person though, right? But I know it
Yeah,
can't be
a
anybody-
council
it can't
person,
be a private
I'd
citizen.
probably say that
Or-
2 council people and the mayor would be
Right.
signers.
Okay.
And to make it easier, it probably makes sense to anybody who's
you
on
need
council
somebody
currently,
you need somebody
that
from the
would be
committee?
on council.
I don't think anybody from the committee, I don't think they were allowed to have,
Okay,
on a borough, I don't know who gave it, I think you, Dave, maybe gave me that impression. Someone from the committee can't be
so me, you,
a
and
signer, and they have to, on a borough account.
Exactly.
Mr. Youngkins, you and myself?
Yeah.
That'll work. Anybody else want to be assigned? Okay?
Okay, I'll make a note of that, and we'll have a vote for that next week.
And one other thing, I sent an email out, and I know Bernie and Russ responded. I'm working with the One Valley Free Store to do a little food drive up here next Saturday, maybe the 21st. And we're trying to get some donations for a food drive to help out.
Okay.
I know you and Russ said,
So what are you gonna do, in the community room?
No,
Outside?
outside, it's gonna be a drive-through.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, we wanna, put on the, I think a drive-through would work best.
okay.
Up there?
Probably the upper lot.
Okay.
Upper lot, you can go a circle.
Right.
They can go in a
I
circle.
think the upper lot would work best, so I'll be meeting with the Free Store, Katie Whitney from the Free Store, setting that up, because they have one at the Presbyterian Church last week
Okay,
in Homestead, so I wanted to get one up here too.
all right.
And then we'll probably, start getting ready for Light Up Night, our Light Up Night coming up, less than a month away now.
Yeah, we should get together and figure out how.
Yeah, we'll get together. I don't know if, Friday I could probably stop and talk to somebody here, or if you're, maybe Friday we could meet or something.
Yeah, let's make that.
The unemployment,
Yeah, so this is something that comes from over here from the Department of Labor and Industry from the state for unemployment. It's an optional thing, but I'll read it to you. You have a copy of it, but the highlights is basically if the borough ever gets rid of somebody for whatever reason, or they quit and go to another job, and that new job gets rid of that person for whatever reason, then it basically puts a ding on the borough for unemployment, causing our unemployment insurance to go up. It's not usually a huge amount, but basically they're asking you can pay this money to kind of like a quasi-insurance to prevent a ding against your credit, if you will, in terms of your unemployment insurance.
okay.
I don't think we need to do it, but I want to present to council in case there was interest in it at all. You can read through this letter from the Department of Labor and Industry, and if you have any questions, I can answer them. But I'm not really recommending it.
You're not recommending it.
No. Because we don't have that high of turnover.
Okay,
It's not people leave all the time and just go and.
that's all I have to hear. Any old business?
Real quick, before we do that, 2 things. I put in front of everybody the Steel Rivers Cog Holiday Dinner coming up on December 4th. If anybody's interested, it's $50 a person. December 4th. We did, nobody went last year.
Don't say it well.
Anybody's interested at all?
Anybody wants to make a donation for the COG, let us know, I don't care.
And then also, newly elected municipal official boot camp is coming out next year. There's 2 options for the new members of council, which PJ is the only one here, but
Jason Stein here?
listen,
That's what I say.
I've met you, that's why I didn't know.
Philip Ostrowski and Jason Stein. Jason's making a return. Philip's here. Congratulations.
There's 2, the dates are here, and I can give you copies of this, but basically there's one in Cranberry and one in Greensburg. Different dates, so depending on your
Is
schedule.
this something different than the academy?
Yeah, this is from PSAB, Association of Boroughs, which I like a lot. They do good work. This is a 2-day? Yeah, 2 days.
Okay.
But obviously, this will be covered by the borough for basically training the new council members or refresher course for you. That's all I have.
Okay. Questions on that? And Karen Pletch, she's interested in going,
Okay.
talked to her before. Any additional items? I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Dunkins,
Second.
second by Mr. Brennan. Mr. Adjourn.